What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, once again, we are talking about Canelo Alvarez. This was kind of an impromptu video that I wanted to make, dealing with the situation of some of the Canelo Alvarez worshipers out there. I'm not going to say fans, because I am a fan of Canelo Alvarez, but I'm not a Canelo Alvarez worshiper. You know, on this channel, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Even if I'm a fan of yours, if you're moving funny, I'm going to call it out. And Canelo Alvarez is no different. I'm going to call out when he does things that don't sit right with me, that don't sit right with some of the fans, that don't sit right with some of his peers. Now, I did a video yesterday talking about that, how Badou Jack basically put Canelo Alvarez on blast. I'll leave the link in the description box. If you guys haven't seen the video, you guys need to go check that one out. So let me reread the tweet that Badou Jack put out about Canelo Alvarez. Now, I quote, "I won't be fighting Canelo next. They said the weight difference is too much. They wanted to drain the old man and fight me 20 pounds under the cruiserweight limit for the title, plus a rehydration clause. Canelo lets give the fans what they want to see and fight David Benavidez." Now, those were the words of Badou Jack. And you guys heard that he wanted to fight for Badou Jack cruiserweight title 20 pounds under the cruiserweight limit, which is just nuts. Badou Jack's a 40-year-old man. You want to fight for a cruiserweight title, but you don't want to fight at cruiserweight. Why are you trying to fight Badou Jack when you said after fighting John Ryder that you wanted to face off against Bivol in a rematch? And for those of you who don't know, when Canelo Alvarez went to the table with Bivol for a fight in September, he didn't make any concessions in the fight. He wanted the same deal on the table as the first fight. And we all know Bivol won the fight. Usually when you lose a fight, you have to give a little. You have to give some type of concession. What did Bivol want? Bivol wanted the undisputed titles, the 168-pound titles, to be on the line. He wanted the fight to be at 168. Instead of at 175. The first fight, Bivol's title was on the line, which I get. Now that Bivol won, he should get a crack at the undisputed titles. Canelo Alvarez didn't want to do that. And the reason Canelo Alvarez didn't want to do that, because he knows Bivol is a bad style matchup for him. Styles make fights. He can't win that fight unless he completely changes his game plan. And it just, looking at his last fight, it didn't look like he was willing to do that. I don't know if Eddie Reynoso can't train him to make those type of adjustments, but you didn't see any type of adjustment in that fight with John Ryder. That performance with John Ryder is not beating Bivol. So he wanted to make it look like he put an offer on the table for cover, even though he really didn't want that fight. He's entertaining other options. Now, his next best option, which I think was probably the first best option, was to fight his mandatory David Benavidez. David Benavidez, two-time WBC champion, mandatory, undefeated. They call him the monster. And here's the thing. You fought Abney Yildirim when he was your WBC mandatory, but you didn't want to fight David Benavidez. You've been ducking and dodging that fight, even though you guys share the same opponent in Caleb Plant. Both of you guys defeated Caleb Plant. So you can't say that he didn't fight anybody. But I have people on my community wall arguing with me about David Benavidez doesn't deserve a shot. You know, why not? Why doesn't David Benavidez deserve a shot? Why does Edgar Berlanga deserve a shot? Why does Jamal Charlo, who's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years dealing with, you know, personal issues, deserve a shot at Canelo Alvarez and not his mandatory? It doesn't make any sense. And some people, they don't care about that. They don't care about the sport of boxing. They just want to be like I said, a worshiper of a certain fighter. You see it all the time. Even, other fighters, you see the same thing. They don't care how they move. That doesn't matter to them. They're just this super worshiper of a fighter. And they're not willing to call out things that they see. They see it, but they don't want to admit it. And then when you get on here and you tell the truth, then you're a hater. But guess what? I guess I'm just going to be a hater because I'm going to keep calling out stuff like this, regardless of who the fighter is. I don't care who it is. If it's Errol Spence Jr., if it's Terrence Bud Crawford, if I see something funny like that, I'm going to call it out. Canelo Alvarez is no different. Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez. Canelo Alvarez is ducking Dimitri Bivol. If he's looking at Berlanga to fight, if he's looking at Jaime Munguia, if he's looking at Jamal Charlo, and if he was trying to pull a fast one on Badou Jack, guess what? He's ducking the smoke. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no way around it. You can spin it all you want, but it is what it is. So, and another thing, people keep telling me Canelo Alvarez can do what he wants. Sure. He can do what he wants, of course, but he's not going to be respected by his peers. He's not going to be respected by a certain aspect of the fan base, people who really do love the sport of boxing. He's going to have to deal with that. When the gloves are off and people's not chanting your name anymore and it's over, there's always going to be that asterisk there. He didn't want to fight David Benavidez. You guys know this. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm just going to have to tell it. I'm just going to have to tell it now. Regardless of what I say, am I going to change any minds from these type of guys? No. But I want to expose what's going on in the boxing community with fans like these. And Canelo Alvarez, you guys see it. It is what it is. He's out here ducking and dodging, shucking and jiving, not fighting the fighters that the fans want to see him fight, especially in an age where I would say the year of fighters making the best fights. You have Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford, the best in their division, the best two guys in their division. They're actually fighting each other. You had Ryan Garcia, even though Ryan Garcia was way overmatched going up against Gervonta Tank Davis. He had the guts to get in there in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, did he win? No, he didn't win, but he gained a lot of respect from his peers as well as a lot of fans out there. A lot of people who weren't a fan of Ryan Garcia are now a fan of Ryan Garcia because he had the guts to get in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis. And that's huge, guys. That makes a lot of difference. Caleb Plant finally fought David Benavidez. Respect to Caleb Plant. I thought Caleb Plant might even win the fight. But, he lost the fight. But you got to respect him because he got in the ring with the monster. And here it is, Canelo Alvarez, who some of you guys say he is the face of boxing, is running from his mandatory, is running from Dimitri Bivol, trying to run up to cruiserweight, which he doesn't really want to fight at cruiserweight. He wants to drain the guy at cruiserweight, make him come down 20 pounds so he can get his title, so he can be weak. Let that sink in. But anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say about that. Thought I'd do a quick little rant. You guys tell me what you think about this situation. Badou Jack exposing Canelo Alvarez for his shenanigans. Let me know how you guys feel about it in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.